has been proper cold in my part of the UK this week. We've had snow. By the time you see this, we might be right in the middle of a raging storm, Storm Bert. But while we've got this break in the weather, it's time to get on with one of those winter jobs that was on my list that, to be honest, has needed doing now since we moved to this plot. So I'm going to take you and show you just what we're doing. I mean, I shouldn't be apologising for these long shadows, should I? Because they do show that the sun's out. But yes, this, as I've shown you probably very seldom before, is the state of our current compost area. It's nice and big. We've got, I'm assuming, what was a 3-bay system when it was first built. We didn't build it. This is what we inherited. And it has been used now and then. And when I say now and then, I mean hardly ever. But when we have an inordinate amount of greens to get rid of that we don't give to the chickens, it comes up here. But yeah, we've been using this bit here just to throw leaves in, and the odd delivery of horse muck, cow muck, whichever, that goes in there. And then these 2 bays here, yeah, just whatever and whenever. There's no rhyme or reason to it. We certainly aren't ones to mix the greens with the browns like you're supposed to and all that sort of stuff. So you can see it is just a dumping ground. And yes, the hammock does need washing. But the main problem of this being here, and it's quite a luxurious problem really, is it's just too far away from where we're actually working. So between this and the main area of the plot, we've got the chicken coop, which is quite a big structure, and we've got the polytunnels. So if we want to bring something, it does sound really spoiled, doesn't it? If we want to bring something around from the plot, you have to put it in the wheelbarrow and you have to wheel all the way up the path. But even then, it wouldn't be too bad if we had a direct path, but we've actually got quite a steep, doesn't look it, but that's about 6 to 8 inches concrete retaining wall there. So if we did do like a ramp up, I don't know, that might work, but still we just don't use it. And it's one of those things, obviously, with the price of compost, you know what I mean, we should be doing a lot more. We create enough of the stuff to compost, we should be composting it. So we decided we're going to move it. Okay, so Mike now on his plot has set up his own area, and what we've been doing is looking around this plot, because even though it's a huge plot, trying to find the right area that's practical and also won't get in the way of nice photographs is really quite tricky. So I'll show you where we've been looking, and then yeah, show you where we've decided on. The main areas that made sense to us, let me come round and show you, was this what was a gap in the hedge for many years, and we blocked up just to stop Rocky running out. We tend to have this table here. This needs to go back in the poly now because this will start having lots of plants in it as we come towards spring, but behind this there's a gap in the hedge, and we thought it might be just enough for a couple of compost bays. But to be honest, the problem with that is when the hedge grows, how on earth are we going to get behind the compost bays to manage the hedge? And also it might butt into, the access would butt into the, what was the strawberry bed, and also the apple tree, so the access wasn't great. So that was ticked off the list. The next area was here at the front of the plot, so the gate is just there, and this is the hedge at the outline of the plot. We've got a fig tree here, but we reckoned we could move that. There's loads of bulbs and things in here. I do think there have been compost bays here at some point, because the oh, hello Mike.
Sorry.
Because the soil here is really good. However, again, behind us we've got the juniper and the whole run of greenhouses, so you would have to breathe in, if you like, to get through the greenhouses with your wheelbarrow, and it just means we wouldn't use it. So where did we decide on? If I show you, the camera's actually under the arch, the little archway here, and then we're going up to the top of the plot. Beans, dead beans. polytunnel there and Mike there, and if you look, that's where our little hawkeye is, just up there. And we've decided, there we go, central apples there. So central apples there, so this is fairly central to the plot. So as far as the access is concerned, it's just going to be dead handy, hopefully, and it means that I've got no excuse to just go leaving stuff on paths, which is what I tend to do. So yeah, I'll bring you up and I'll show you what we're up to.
So we're going to use this fairly sort of unloved little section of the allotment here to create an H-shaped dual compost bin. Strange choice, but that's what we're going to go with, largely for access reasons. We're using old pallet wood, which was pretty freely available to us, or for next to nothing anyway, from the local garden centre. It's not perfect, but doesn't have to be. We're going to line it with some chicken wire, and then we're going to use some odds and ends, including one of my old belts here, to construct the doors. Wish us luck. This one's just got to come down a bit, I think. It's just a bit high, it's alright, actually. Like on the inside, like that, across the outside there, yeah. Then what I can do
that's going to come to there.
But depending on, that's going to make this a bigger bin, that's a smaller bin, isn't it?
Now where you
right, grab that, Alan. Where's my saw gone? Has anybody seen my saw? Oh my God.
There you are.
So here we are, we're in the middle of Storm Bert, which has swept the country today. Not too bad in Staffordshire, just a little bit rainy, and the structure is almost finished, not quite. We've got to line the inside with something, either with some extra wood and wooden slats, because some of the slats were missing from these broken pallets, or we're going to use chicken wire. Be grateful to know what you think about that. Is that a good idea? Is it going to keep the old rats out, or is it a waste of time? Which is what Jane thinks, I think. So we've got a system here whereby on the edge of our H-shaped compost bin we've got some slats that we made today with a handy little leather handle to help us pick them up should we need them, and these will fit in here like this. Oops. One on top of the other to keep our compost in, and voila! So we've got a brace across the top here. It looks a little bit like a Union Jack, weirdly, but we put this brace across the middle because this is going to lack a little bit of strength, obviously, on the outside because it's open and it's kind of H-shaped. We are going to drive a couple of concrete metal posts in here, or those kind of concrete holding posts, down the sides to give it a little bit more kind of rigidity on the sides here. But yeah, pretty happy with that. It's not as flat as a pancake, but it's pretty good. And hopefully it's going to help us to make some super duper compost.
Let me know in the comments below how you get on with your composting, and we'll see you again soon. Bye for now.